This would be the last lecture on consumer protection, and the last lecture would be delivered on the very question explain the jurisdiction of different consumer forums. So you would like to start from section 13, which speaks about procedure in district forum. So the very procedure in respect of goods where the defects alleged requires no testing or analysis. So it refers a copy of the admitted complaint within 21 days from the date of its admission to the opposite party mentioned in the complaint, directing him to give his version of the case within a period of 30 days or such extended period not exceeding 15 days as may be granted by the district forum where the opposite party and admission of a complaint referred to him under the above denies or disputes the allegations contained in the complaint or omits or fails to take any action to represent his case within the time given by the district forum, the district forum shall proceed to settle the consumer disputes in the manner specified in clause C and clause up to clause G as provided under section 13. So now we would like to discuss regarding the power of the district forum and such powers as provided under section 13 subsection 4. So district forum shall have the same powers as are vested in a civil court under the Code of Civil Procedure 1908 while trying a suit in respect of the following matters, such as in summoning and enforcing the attendance of any defendant or witness and examining the witness on oath and the discovery and production of any document or other material object producible as evidence. So also the reception of evidence on affidavits and the requisition of concerned analysis or test from the appropriate laboratory or from any other relevant source. So also issuing of any commission such as warrant conferring authority for the examination of any witness and any other matter which may be prescribed. Every proceeding before the district forum shall be deemed to be a judicial proceedings within the meaning of section 193 and section 228 of the Indian Penal Code, and the district forum shall be deemed to be a civil court for the purpose of section 195 and the chapter of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973. And now we would like to discuss the provisions of appeal as provided under Section 15 and Section 18 of the Consumer Protection Act. And in that regard, we would first discuss appeal to State Commission. So, as provided, any person aggrieved by any order made by the district forum may prefer and appeal against such order to the State Commission within a period of 30 days from the date of the order. However, the State Commission may entertain and any appeal after the expiry of the said period of 30 days, if it is satisfied that there was sufficient cause for not filing it within that period. So, as per the provision to section 15 of the Act, provides that no appeal by a person who is required to pay any amount in terms of an order of the district forum shall be entertained by the state commission unless the appellant has deposited 50% of that amount or as 25,000, whichever is less. And the very procedure of appeal which is applicable to state commission as provided under section 12, section 13 of the Consumer Protection Act, already as we have discussed. So the very procedure that applicable to district forums and the rules made thereunder for the disposal of complaints by the district forum shall, with such modification as may be necessary, be applicable to the disposal of disputes by the state commission as per the provisions under section 18 of the Consumer Protection Act. And now we would like to discuss the provisions regarding appeal to National Commission as provided under section 19 and section 19A of the Consumer Protection Act. So, as per the provisions of section 19 of the Act, any person aggrieved by an order met by the State Commission may prefer an appeal against such order to the National Commission within a period of 30 days from the date of such order as issued by the State Commission. And as regarding the very provision, no appeal by a person who is required to pay any amount in terms of an order of the State Commission shall be entertained by the National Commission unless the appellant has deposited 50% of the amount of or the amount as 55,000 whichever is less. And as per the provisions of section 19A, which provides that an appeal filed before the State Commission or the National Commission shall be had as expeditiously as possible, and an endeavor shall be made to finally dispose of the appeal within a period of 90 days from the date of its admission. And now we would like to discuss the procedure applicable to the State Commission, which already we have discussed in case of district forum under section 13, the same provision of section 13 regarding those procedures which are applicable in case of the district forum, and such procedure as provided under section 13 would be applicable even to state commission. And as regarding procedure applicable to national commission, would like to discuss the very Amendment Act of 2002 to the Consumer Protection Act. So, in regards to that, we found the basis provisions as under section 22 has been found substituted by a new section by the Amendment Act 2002, and the very procedure as the same as provided under section 13 in regards to district forum would be applicable to the National Commission as per the provisions of procedure regarding filing an appeal before the National Commission as per the provisions of Section 13 of the Consumer Protection Act. And now we would like to discuss those powers of the National Commission as provided under the Amendment Act of 2002 as under Section 22A, Section 22B, Section 22C and Section 22D. So what exactly Section 22A provides that where an order is passed by the National Commission ex parte against the opposite party or a complaint as the case may be, the aggrieved party may apply to the Commission to set aside the said order in the interest of justice. And regarding transfer of cases, Section 22B provides that on the application of the complainant or of its own motion, the National Commission may at any stage of the proceeding in the interest of justice transfer any complaint pending before the district forum of one state to a district forum of another state or before one state commission to another state commission. And now we would like to discuss about the circuit benches as provided under Section 22C. The National Commission shall ordinarily function at New Delhi and perform its functions at such other place as the central government may notify from time to time. And now we would like to discuss regarding the vacancy in the office of the President of the National Commission as per the provisions under Section 22D when the office of the President of a district forum, state commission or of the National Commission as the case may be is vacant or a person occupying such office is by reason of absence or otherwise unable to perform the duties of his office. This shall be performed by the senior-most member of the district forum, the state commission, or of the national commission as the case may be. And now we would like to discuss the very time frame for decisions reached by the forums. So, the complaint should be decided by the redressal forum as far as possible within a period of 3 months from the date of the notice received by the opposite party, where complaint does not require analysis or testing of the commodities, and within 5 months if it requires analysis or testing of such commodities against any such complaint. And now we would like to discuss the provisions relating to temporary injunction and consumer forums their power in regarding issuing temporary injunctions. So in that connection we would like to discuss one of the important leading case, and that is Morgan Stanley Mutual Fund versus Carrick Das in 1994, and the very provision of temporary injunction in Consumer Forums Amendment Act of 2002 is providing as such any person in regards to this provision, the Supreme Court in Morgan Stanley Mutual Fund versus Kartik Das and in another important leading case, that is Dr. Arvind Gupta versus SEBI and others in 1994. Supreme Court held that consumer forums do not have any power to pass any interim order. It ruled that under Section 14 relief by way of an interim stay was not at all contemplated. Therefore, the forum's granting any stay by way of interim order would be acting beyond their jurisdiction under the Act. But the very amendment to the Consumer Protection Act in 2002, however, has provided for issue of interim orders by the redressal agencies. And now we would like to discuss the provisions relating to appeal to Supreme Court as provided under Section 23 of the Consumer Protection Act of 2019. Any person aggrieved by any order made by the National Commission may prefer an appeal against such order to the Supreme Court within a period of 30 days from the date of the order. However, Supreme Court may entertain an appeal after the expiry of the said period of 30 days if it is satisfied that there was sufficient cause for not filing it within that period, as it is provided under Section 23 of the Consumer Protection Act. So, no appeal by a person who is required to pay any amount in tort sum. An order of the National Commission shall be entered by the Supreme Court unless that person has deposited 50% of that amount or else 55,000, whichever is less. And finally, we would like to conclude this questions answers with the provisions of Section 24 of the Consumer Protection Act, that is regarding finality of orders. So every order as per the provisions of Section 24, every order of a district forum, the state commission or the national commission shall, if no appeal has been preferred against such order under the provisions of the Act, shall be final. So, these are the jurisdictions of different consumer forums starting from the district forum and appeal to state commission and appeal to national commission as per the provisions of the Consumer Protection Act as regarding the provisions of Section 13 and the power of the district forum under Section 13 subsection 4 and the appeal against the order of the district forum into the state commission and the very procedures and the powers of the state commission as per the provisions of Section 13, Section 15 and Section 18 of the Consumer Forum Protection Act that we have discussed. Then also we discussed regarding appeal to National Commission against the order of the State Commission as per the provisions followed by the National Commission under Section 19 and Section 19A, and also regarding the very procedure applicable to National Commission also to State Commission, as it is same as the procedure regarding District Forum as provided under Section 13. And finally, we have discussed the various power of the National Commission as per Section 22A, Section 22B, Section 22C and Section 22D. And also we have discussed the very provisions relating to the very time frame for decisions. Why the different consumer forums such as district forum, national commission, state commission, and regarding the very provision and power relating to temporary injunction by the consumer forums. The stand taken by the Supreme Court in the two important leading cases that we have discussed, Morgan Stanley Mutual Fund versus Kartik Das in 1994, also Dr. Aravind Gupta versus Chevy and others in 1994, where the appeals court or Supreme Court reviews that the consumer forums they don't have any power to issue temporary injunctions. So an amendment to the act was made in 2002 by giving those consumer forums the power of issuing temporary injunctions. And finally, we have discussed regarding the provisions relating to appeal to the Supreme Court under Section 23 of the Consumer Protection Act. So also, regarding the finality of orders where there is no appeal, then that all the consumer forums and their order would be considered as final as per the provisions of Section 24 of the Consumer Protection Act of 2019.